Isn't that gorgeous? I'm a blessed man, I'll tell you what. Nice place to work. Hey, I spotted something kind of interesting. I'm going to show you here in a minute, but first, I got a crew down here. I got two crews actually going down here in this field. And what we're doing here is something a little bit different than we normally do. Well, I've done it lots of times, but you don't do it every day. It's we're putting a graft on these trees without cutting them off. Normally when you top work, that's why it's called top working. You cut the tops off and you work the top, put the graft on top of the stump. But in this case, he wants to keep these trees one more year and go ahead and crop it. So we're putting the graft down here on the side, right there, and putting one on each tree. One good one's all it takes. You know, if you know where the cambium is and you hit it, that's all it takes. But if you look down through there, you'll see they've got several rows done. You can see grafts down in there. And I'll give you a little shot just looking down the row. Let me get up in here. So these are Pink Lady apple. And there's one graft on each tree. You can see them down through there. And this is what I showed you the wood I was prepping for this the other day. And there's 12,000 trees out here. And I think these guys are going to put in about 4,000 grafts today. I mean, they're just flat moving down through there. This Pink Lady, what's happened is the market has dropped on this apple. And they're not getting, I mean, they're getting their growing costs back, but that's, you know, you can't stay in business spinning your wheels. You got to make a little money above and beyond the cost of operating. And that's what I struggle with all the time. But what he's going to do, he's still getting a little bit of money for them. So not as much as he can get on it for this Honeycrisp that we're putting on. But he's going to go ahead and crop these trees this year. And next spring, he will cut these off right above this graft and force the buds. And he'll have a new tree here within 2 years. He'll be picking fruit. In the third year, he might get a box of fruit off these things. And, you know, but he might get enough crop off of these now to pay for the grafting, which would be a good deal. Now, I'm going to show you this thing I spotted up here on the hill a while ago. I'm going to turn the camera off while I hike up there because I don't want to hear you. I don't want you to hear me huffing and puffing when I go up that bank. This is an old piece of irrigation pipe. And there used to be miles and miles of this throughout these orchards. And when they're bringing water down from up at higher elevation to irrigate the orchards. And these staves are hewn out by hand and then placed together and wrapped with that wire. Of course, when the pipe's full of water, the wood swells up and they don't leak. I'm still huffing and puffing. Anyway, that's what happens when you get to be a fat boy. So anyway, this is kind of cool. You don't see this every day. These were used, you know, in the early 1900s. I guess when they first started planting orchards in this country. There's a few big ones around. They're kind of cool. People made hot tubs out of them. First one thing and another. Anyway, this is the block we're doing. Those metal roofs over there, way over there, the furthest one, that's one end of this block. It's all the way down to the highway. And all the way down there, as far as you can see. And somewhere out in the middle are two grafting crews.